And this brings me to a question.
Okay.
Wasn't there a new law passed that now requires a picture ID?
Yes. Yes. Judge Tate's talking about when you go to vote now, you're required to show one of 6 forms of photo ID. And that can be a driver's license, it can be a state photo ID, military ID, school ID, government issued ID, or a voter photo ID. And we have the equipment in our office here, so anybody that doesn't have a photo ID can come to our office and we can issue you a photo ID. And they're no charge, they're free.
So what do you have to get a photo ID from you all?
You just need to come in.
You need a birth
You just have to have a smile on your face for your picture. You don't need a birth certificate. You just need, really, there are lists of things that you have to show to get a photo ID, but the bottom line is, if you read between all the lines, if you register to vote, your voter registration application is one of the things you can use to get a photo ID.
Huh. That's good.
You can do it
So
all
it's really very easy.
So does every county have a...
Every county in the state of Georgia is required to issue photo IDs, and we issue them 365 days a year. Even on election day, if a voter goes to the polls and doesn't have a photo ID, they can come down to our office and we print out a temporary ID immediately. So you can take it back to the poll seat that day.
That's so great. I thought you had to go all the way to the DMV for
The DMV,
issued ID.
those IDs work, and I think they charge you money for them. These IDs are free, and so you don't have to worry about that.
That's great.
Glad to do it for you.
You said 365 days a year.
I'm sorry.
You mean
The days
office
that we're
open?
open.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I thought you
Yeah,
said
we're open. Corey, you're going to start working the weekend. Yes, yes. Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Okay? Good question, Susan. Thanks for setting me straight. I need all the help I can get. That's one big reason Corey's here, so she can say, Gail, excuse me.
We have to ask them any questions, like do they know what year it is, or the president, or something, to know whether they're
That's a good
medicated
question.
or too sedated to think or something.
You know, that is an excellent question coming from our probate judge, because, you know, the question sometimes comes up if someone really should be voting or not. And the only way someone's right to vote can be taken away is if a probate judge adjudicates them incapable of voting. So unless the probate judge tells us that this person is not capable of voting, you know, there's paperwork they have to fill out to get the ballot, and Dr. Fowler can fill that paperwork out and just get the signature or mark of the voter, and then he signs that he assisted.
But they have to be able to answer the questions that the form calls for, and he just writes it down for them.
Right.
Okay. I'm satisfied.
And he would assign as assisting the voter, you know, on the back of the envelope, which we haven't really talked much about the mail-in voting. If you don't want to vote at the polls, it's so easy to vote by mail. You just send us a written request, and we have absentee ballot request forms that we hand out all year long, and then we post them on our website before elections. We'll get that in and mail the ballot out, and if you need assistance, there's a place on the back of that envelope where the person assisting signs an oath as well. And you can mail it back, or a member of the family can bring the ballot back, or someone living in the home with the individual. But not anybody could just bring someone's ballot back.
Okay.
You can't walk in with 10 ballots from people down the street. Well, you know, unless you know, you could really innocently think, well, I'll just take these ballots in from my street, but we'd have to reject them.
What if there's a recognized advocate relationship between
I'm going to take my jacket off.
law and
Actually, the law
citizen?
is very clear that you have to be a relative.
Or living in the same.
Or living in the same household.
Okay.
That's the only exception.
As a caregiver.
Or caretaker.
That lives
That lives in the house.
Okay.
So, but there's the mail. You know, yeah, so, and it used to be you had to have a reason to vote absentee by mail, and now anybody can do it. So people that have done it for years with early voting and voting by mail and election day voting, like Texas, they say eventually you see a third of the votes cast by mail, a third early, and a third on election day. So we had over half our votes cast before election day.